Well, hello there, storytellers. The Storytelling Run. I have a wonderful day today, a very busy day, and I have to start it off by preparing an Apostles of the Apoc game. Now, my family is going to be playing. My wife, my daughter, and her suitor. No boyfriends allowed. When you have a suitor, when you have a young man who wants to date your daughter, you say, so you want to get married to her? You want to work that out? You guys want to, yes, sir. Yeah, we're, yeah. See, something like that. So, yeah. So 3 of them, my wife, daughter, and her suitor are going to be playing today. And we're going to do a Apostles of the Apoc. They did it for the Lord, the Dark Ages, and we were thinking about going back and forth between the two. But I'm going to do an Apoc one just because they've never played it, and I want to see which one they would like to do, the Dark Ages or the Apoc. And I'd like to just print out a bunch of this stuff because I got to print it out. It's because I have all the Dark Ages stuff pretty much printed out, but I want to print out this stuff too and just let them try it out. Okay. So I actually have the a book on it with. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna be doing a Kickstarter very soon, like in the next few days. I hope. So please help me with that if you can support it. If you can back it, that would be really appreciate that. And if times are tough, the economy is tough. If you could just share it, that would be helpful too. I'd really appreciate, one of those two things. Sharing it is fine too. The more people that just, no one just knows about this. No one even knows that this even exists. So I really appreciate that to me is just as equally as helpful. Okay. So, and it's going to be the one Christians in Space, and it's going to be I'm going to do the drive-through. I'm going to go through drive-through RPG so that you can get soft cover, hardcover version of it. I got to get that all formatted. The rules are all done. I just need to figure out the formatting and how many pages I want it to be. Do I want it to, I as a GM want it all condensed. Today, like all the games, they're very unplayable as far as like the printing version of them, right? They're all like these hardbound, cool looking tomes. But the problem is you can't use that in a game. There's too many, it's like huge and unwieldy. I prefer like this, where when you lay it out, you just have the rules all right there condensed on 2 pages. I have the combat all on 2 pages. And so I've condensed it. So to me, that's a little like maybe uninteresting as far as a print, like getting something cool. Like, I don't want to show something cool like this where you got a cool hardcover, but this is very unusable in the game. I cannot use this in the, I'm going to be breaking the spine. It's only got a few, I can't, this is not good. It's small print. It's just what. Ergo, I want to look. Whoa, the shelf just broke on me. Wow. Wow. The pins just broke on me. Can I leave that like that and just keep going? Let me see. It's really heavy. I can fix it. Yeah, the pins just came out. Oh, wow. Came out of this chipboard, which is not a big deal. I can screw in some new fixes. I just got to take everything off the shelves to do it. Let me get my Bible here to hold it up. For now. Got all the tools to fix that. IKEA chipboard. What do you know? Okay. All right. Yeah, it is pretty heavy. Need some hardcore wood screws in there. Okay. I'll do that later. The exciting life of a GM, YouTuber. Alrighty. We're going to make a Apostles of the Apoc. I'm going to create the whole world right now. I have no idea what it's going to look like. This is exciting. This is what you can do as a GM for the Apostles of the Apoc. The really big thing I like about Apostles of the Apoc is that in the Dark Ages, you really have to create a campaign and a story in a traditional kind of fantasy way, creating all the sort of areas and villains and deciding what you want to do. And it's not a hex crawl necessarily. We could make it a hex crawl, but it isn't, because I want it to be church history. I want you to research a bit of church history and throw it in there, lightly, kind of light stuff. But it's about kind of getting your kids and your fellow men to kind of look up church history, because we should. I would love for one of you to make a Wikipedia fandom about church history that we can actually, go to check out different Wikipedia type of things, to make these adventures, and extrapolate some of the myth and lore of that, obviously. And anachronist is the word. Anachronist is sort of, Society for Creative Anachronism is the SCA, which is what they did. I used to do that at the Rattan medieval fighting, very sword play. It's all point system. And they all dress up in medieval armor. But of course, they take out Christianity. There's no Christianity, even though that's exactly what they're doing. They're benefiting off of Christianity, but they're erasing Christianity. And one day, when you erase Christianity, all these benefits are going to go away, and you're going to go right back to horrific paganism. Warning. Anyway, but anachronism is what I'm doing, where it's sort of the Dark Ages game is sort of out of time and out of place, but yet touches on those things, mainly because I don't want it to be that constricting as far as researching, but I want us to go back and look at things like as a layman, and pick out what we want to make a Dark Ages setting. For this one, for the apocalypse, everything's been erased like a global flood, but it's nuclear waste, and we get to just create random stuff in the hexes. And I'm going to show you that right now. I've already done videos, but I'm going to do it again because I just enjoy it, and this is a lot of fun. Let me move over to this one, I think. I think I'm going to want it to be a little closer up for my old eyes. Does that look pretty good? Do I want to stretch it out a little more? Let me see. So I'm just going to head and do this right here on the video for the fun of it, just to fit it in there. Okay, we'll try it like this. All right. So Puzzles of the Apoc. I am going to start creating a whole new setting for this game. And the way this works to jump to the end is let me jump to the end of this page. You create these hexes, and I'm going to randomly roll them, and they start off in the mountains because of the Christian bunker. It's a wasteland. They've been hidden there for 100 years since the nuclear attack by the atheist galactic regime that left the Earth and went into space, because traveling from star to star is there's actually a time dilation. So once they realize that, and that the galaxy isn't that old, because you can travel super fast between stars in the vacuum of space, time dilation thing. Anyway, the atheists, their whole catastrophic global warming, global cooling, global climate change, left the Earth, and they nuked the Earth on purpose because they hate Israel and God and Jesus and all that, and Jews and all that. So the Christians were left in work camps in remote areas, and they are the ones that survived, or at least survived as a civilized civilization. But anyway, so they're now 100 years later. The radiation has already gone down because radiation does not take millions of years of half-life. I'll tell you that right now. Doesn't do, they, how they use it for creation versus evolution, or creation or evolution. They use dating methods of radiation for their, but is it for fossils? No, fossils uses, organic material uses carbon dating, which doesn't work as well. But the other one is for lava rocks, basically lava rocks, radioactive. And they use those numbers. Okay, so they find lava rocks in the out in nature, and then they or I don't know, any kind of rock, whatever, minerals. But then they compare it to the half-life ratings of the rocks that they used in the laboratory. So that's my ice cream dating method. My ice cream dating method is I show a kid 2 ice creams that I bought a week ago. One in the freezer and one outside on the sidewalk. Now the kid comparing the 2 ice creams is going to determine that one of them is millions of years old and the other one I just put out there yesterday. See? That's how they use their dating methods, and they're they know that, and they're lying to you and me, and they have to do that and claim that radiation takes millions of years. You could also say what was it, Chernobyl effect. Look at Chernobyl now. It was radioactive or whatever, dangerous, and now animals and plants and fish are returning. I mean, still dangerous to us and still dangerous, but not not to the plants and animals. And I mean, they've returned to it. They probably have not. But anyways, in another 40 years, probably going to be pretty clear. Not millions and millions of years, because the sun is beating down, the rain, the torrential, whatever, this and that, and the radiation gets dispersed, just like anything else gets dispersed. But no, they're going to talk about it like some little rock in their little freezer, their little air conditioned laboratory. Oh, look at that! The radiation's barely changed. I can't believe it. That's going to take millions of years. So let's use that number for all the rocks we find outside. Yay! That's what they're doing, and they don't care. They're going to lie. Okay. Don't get me started. All right. So let me go now and move over to this section, hex map prep. We're going to start off making the hex maps. Each section. Oh, so maybe I should make a new... should I do it on here? Like make some notes on here? I guess I'll try that. Didn't prepare anything like that, so let me see. And I really should do this, because if I do this, it's going to be a whole new campaign that I can make as a PDF for you guys. And I break it up. So let me set that up real quick, and I'll be right back. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to do it right in front of your face. Okay, so let me open up the original hex crawl book, and I will go copy paste it. I'll copy paste this one. Oh, and this is a part two. This is a new hex crawl. I added some more stuff, but I'm going to do the original for now, because I should do the original. I've done the original. Actually, this whole book is based on the original. All of these encounters and maps and stuff, that I've made for this one are based on the original. I think there's a couple from the second part, but I'm going to make this as a new one. So let me, and I will use some of the additional stuff. Let me save this as book hex. Ooh, I got to make a better naming convention now that I'm going to do a second one. Hex crawl. I got to think of a theme or new hex crawl third hex crawl 3. I don't like hex crawl. I don't have a name because I don't know what's going to happen. Hex crawl. Let me just name it home for now. Homebrew. No, that's not really a homebrew. Hex crawl home game, and then I'll name it later when I start to feel the theme coming along. Okay, so we'll do that, and I'm going to delete all this stuff because I don't know. Boop, because I'm going to do them all over, and some of them will be similar, and I have a formatting here, so I want to just keep this here for now to remember the formatting. And I'm going to just show you real quick. I think I'm going to do a backer kit while I'm doing the Kickstarter, or somewhere sort of leapfrogging on each other. I'm not sure exactly yet, but I'm going to do this one because this one's all done. I just, I do need to update the rules other than that. But as you can see on the side here, which you can't see because I don't have it on the screen. What am I doing here? As you can see along the side here, I have all these pages of this whole, it's 36 pages. And I made these pages minimal because I wasn't using drive-through for this. So I didn't, I had to have a certain format and page count. But now that I'm going to do drive-through, and I hope they'll let me be a Christian on drive-through. Roll20 owns it, so I don't know. But man, they might kick me off. I don't know. I mean, right? Homosexuality is a sin to me as a Christian, and in this game, it's a sin. So can I have that freedom and freedom of speech and freedom of thought and freedom of religion? on drive-through? I don't know. I literally don't know. They literally can shut me down because I'm a Christian, right? So that's the freedom and tolerance and diversity that you all are talking about as far as, and that's what on RPGs. I literally don't know. Like if you're homosexual, lesbian, appealing to children on drive-through RPG, you could definitely, you won't have a problem, right? You can definitely do that game. Kid games for homosexual kids. Isn't there one lesbians with laser swords or something? There's also like a satanic killing kids brutalization one on there that I know. Well, I think this one's had some issues on there. I'm not sure, but he's still on there as far as I can tell. The game. Can I have one where you evangelize and you tell people their sins are, and this, you know, I'm not doing homosexuality as really a main issue for me, or in the game, but and I'm certainly not having it be adult sins. Anyway, whatever. We'll figure it out. I'll let God figure it out. Okay, so I'm going to delete some of this just to get it out of the way because I want it to just start fresh, you know, start completely new and fresh. And yeah, I don't need to be afraid of any of this. I'm just like I'm all afraid of deleting this stuff. Not afraid, but trying to keep it convenient. Okay, I'm keeping in this one only because I may use it. I may use it at some point. Okay, let's just go with this. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and use that nice 2 pages there so you can just see me doing my thing. And then this is the rule book. It's only 40 pages. I made it nice and tight, and this is all you need. Although I'm gonna change it, but it's gonna be around 40 pages. But this is all the rules. You got vehicle attacks. You got vehicles, robots, making everything. I want to, again, I'm trying to keep it condensed so you as a GM can use it. It's usable. It's not like, it doesn't look pretty. I mean, I format it so that it's very approachable, but I'm not trying to do like a bunch of crazy graphics that take up space or huge font that gives you, 120 pages of nothing. I'm trying to make it so that you can actually put this down on the table and play and use it. And it's all at your fingertips. Okay, what am I doing? Oh yeah, I'm doing a game. I'm setting up the campaign. Starting off with the hex maps here. All right, you can see. I'm going to move it over because my head's in the way. My big stubborn head is in the way. Okay, so I've got to start doing the hexes, and this is them. And these are the different versions of hexes. I might okay, this is the home. All right. This is the home hex over here, and I'll just go ahead and just throw these over here as extras until I know what goes where. And I have extra ones I can open up as well. But this is the home. This is where they're going to start. And this is something that you want to print out. I'm going to print out and cut them out little hexes and put it on the table. I might make them bigger. I kind of want it to be a little bigger than what I've originally have them in the printing. And then every time like you roll and have another hex, there's another mountain one, but whatever, you can you just tape it, to that one, little scotch tape here. And that's their next hex that they're going to, if they decide to go there. But for them, I'm going to allow them to know all the different hexes around them. And maybe, based on a roll or two, they have seen or spotted things from a distance, on the hexes to give them clues as to what's there. But they have never gone out from the mountains. So they're going to be going out from the mountains. It's like 30, every hex is about 30 miles or so. So they have remained hidden in the mountains as a Christian bunker for 100 years. And, so they're kids and, they're 18 years old or whatever. And they don't know anything about the world. They know Earth history. They know American history. And the time period when the nuclear weapon happened was 2100 AD. So there could be a bunch of cool RPGs before this, timeline wise, of like cyberpunk and corporate malfeasance and all that stuff, because it was atheist world regime just that took over and destroyed the world and left for the star systems. And that's the Christians in Space one. All right, but let's get started now with the game. I'm going to roll dice. I'm going to use my regular fun dice here, and I'm honest with my dice rolls, unlike some of you players. Okay. Unlike some of you Christian players. All right. Let's do the first hex. Okay. So they're looking, I'll just start with this one up here. I don't know what it's going to be yet. Roll here. All right, here we go. And I like to challenge myself. So I'm going to, whatever rolls there are, I'm going to accept it and freak out. But it's fun. All right. This is going to be playing with my family, my wife and my daughter and her suitor. For bog marshlands. Yeah, bog marshlands. All right. Let me switch over to this one. Bog marshlands. Do I have a bog marshland here? I mean, I have one. I just don't know if I have it on here. This is a forest. Wasteland, toxic. Wow, but a bunch of wastelands. I must have rolled a bunch of wastelands before. All right, let me pull out the map here. Let's just do it. Okay, it's over here. This folder. I think it's in sci-fi tokens, hexes, bog marshland. Here we go. Oh man, gotta make it the right size. I don't even know what the right size is. Okay, let me try to match. Okay, oops. Gotta match the size. Oh, no, I did the wrong button. That match. Okay, thank you. That is a bog marshland. Look at that. Is that exciting or what? Over there, across the mountains, down below, is a bog marshland. I don't think they're going to go there, obviously, because it's going to be tough. But they say there are ancient things there. Well, I have to roll and find out. All right, here we go. Bog marshlands. Okay. So, if no amphibious vehicle, minus die 6 to life support and low tech. So, they can try to roll to avoid that, but I will generally make them roll that as an issue for them on this level. Let me do a text file. And this is my notes for that hex. Let me title it, just for the fun of it, my own. Bog. I can boglands beyond. So that's what they've called it, or the people have called it at their little place. The bog, if they roll and get the info. Let me see. Heading sub. Okay. All right, getting scary already. Let's roll. D6 again. A 4. Stuck sinking mutant mud. 1 in 6 chance for a beast per hour. Whoa. That's going to be hard to GM. Stuck in sinking mud. They don't know that there's sinking mud there, obviously. Mutant mud. 1 in 6 beasts per... Okay, so I personally, as a GM, got to figure out what I want to do there now. So that's... And then 1 in 6 chance a beast per hour. All right, let me roll off a beast then. What kind of a beast? Aggression table for beast. Okay. Now I could do several of you. I might want to do 2 or 3 beasts types and so that there's I have a little library of beasts and I can use those beasts over and over, for whatever else. So let me do that. I'm going to do that. Coffee. The first beast, all right, I'm going to do his aggression first to kind of get the sense of what kind of beast I might want to do. Is a 3. Keeps distance but cautiously allows approach. Okay, now it's a beast, not a human, but it's a beast. So keeps distance, but cautiously allows approach. So this may be a, who knows? It could be a nice beast. Extra features. I like to do extra features. There's just look like a random thing. It's a voluntary or optional. 5. Avian or flying insectoid beasts attack randomly. Okay. It's a bog, so that makes sense. Let me write that down. I like that. Okay. Pestering swarm of flies. Mutant flies, mutant giant flies, and maggots. So I now figure that out. It's going to be, whether it's like giant ones they got to fight or it's just big ones they got to fend off, maybe with the smell or the fire or the smoke, something they got to figure out. Okay. It's going to be cool. honestly don't think they're going to go this way, so I don't know. But anyway, I'm gonna have it in there anyway. So let's. I'm gonna roll up a couple of beasts now. Critter, beast, roll. Okay, I'll go with It could be any version of a beast. So let me roll. Here we go. A 5. Beast. Okay, it's a beast. All right, so it's a bigger beast. And this is the nice one, actually. 12. Cool, wacky, weird. Oh, sorry. I did the type of critter. So I rolled here for a critter beast, not a monstrosity. I rolled for a critter beast. And a monstrosity can be, if I roll a 6, I could get a monstrosity. Roll again. If 6, roll on beast table. Oh, shoot. That's a mistype. Roll on monstrosity table. Yeah. Okay, that's what this is. Anyway, type of critter or beast, and I rolled cool, wacky, weird. Has all 3 attack types: Gonzo, mutation, special, guarding lair at rare resource. Exactly what I wanted. All right, so I kind of already have a beast like that already, and I would say maybe it guards the lair. It won't bother you as long as you don't go near its lair, and I'm going to have a lair where they can see that there's something high tech there. So this creature thing won't come after you or anything, but and the only way it would let you in is if you had the secret code or whatever, so then it would let you in. Now, since I'm doing that, guarding lair and rare resource in the bog, and since it won't attack you unless keeps distance but cautiously allows approach. So I am wondering then if I make that sort of like a Gonzo robot security guard type thing with maybe growing on it is like a festering mold, bogland fungus that's dangerous as well. And it won't attack you unless you get close enough, unless you're showing some sort of violent nature, and then try to get into the lair. And it could even talk to you in a civilized manner if you talk to it civilized, hello there, hello citizen, it'll actually turn itself on and respond to it because it hasn't talked to anyone in 100 plus years. So see, that's kind of a fun little thing I might want to do, and that they're going to actually role play. I'm already sold. I don't even have to roll anymore. Well, I do want to, that's as far as I need to go. I already know what I wanted. That's already cool. It's an interesting, so Gonzo, security bot with, poisonous, and it doesn't have to be crazy poisonous, but, with dangerous fungus guarding, guarding a facility, has civil code programming. What would be to enter? To enter needs a code or persuasion, because I'm going to say to enter needs a code or convincing business, because it's got AI programming, and I just got to figure out what kind of a facility it is. If they can persuade it that they're there for that business, then it'll just let them in. I just think that would be hilarious, and it won't let them take it, or it'll defend itself if they try to take it or dismantle it or use or salvage the robot, because they might try to do that. But if they ignore it or let it, and if they can convince it of the business, let me see. Do I have any roles here to make that decision? I think I have. The way I would do that is, I might want to do this thing. Oh, this is the encounters thing. Okay. But the way I might do that role, just to give me like an idea. Let me see. Do I have anything like that though? Like deciding on the locations. Oh, I could do this thing here, but let me see. What else do I have? Church plan. Okay, let me try this thing. I'm just trying to give a role to give me a guide on what what might this place be? So right down here is, okay, a location. Okay, man, hey, what do you know? This guy's pretty good, whoever wrote this. Manual, digipad, or location. This is a rare item found when you salvage. This is a salvage roll, so you can search around and salvage in the ruins and find things. And if you get the high roll, the 12, you get to then roll on the rare tables. And this roll for the D12 is based on die rank results, which is a rule in my game that I really love, where you're rolling your search skill, your awareness, or whatever it is, you're with your tools. You get bonuses for salvaging things. You get bonuses for tools, and you get die rank bonuses for tools and other things that help you to search around in the rubble. And so as a GM or DM, I don't have pre-made stuff there. I allow them to roll, and they literally could find whatever they find, and I have to go with it as well as a GM kind of thing. You can obviously put in I do have predetermined stuff in the rubble based on whatever I think should be there. But I also have random stuff that they could find, and they could find something awesome, and they could find awesome gear. So based on these rolls, they will find scrap, trinkets, recyclables, or organic growth, or rations, low tech and high tech medical supplies. Where's the high tech? Don't I have any high tech in here? What the heck's wrong with me? Low tech parts, medical supplies. Oh, high tech's here. Okay. So if they roll a 12, okay, how do they do that? I know I'm doing a little GM lesson here. Die rank results. That is one of my favorite things of this game. You have regular rolls where you just have to succeed or fail, but you have die rank results, which is how much more do you succeed at something. So if you need in this salvage here, a 12 or sorry, a 10 is a die rank result. You start with a 10. The reason I do the 10 is it's easier math wise instead of a 12. So 12 is still success. 12 is success. You got to be the 12 to succeed. But I use 10 to determine this, how much you succeed over by. So for example, they roll searching in this rubble. They add their awareness skill. They have an axe, a utility axe so it gives them a plus die rank in that, which is a D4. And they have a salvaging skill. Yeah, I'll allow that, a salvage skill. They can make up a skill like that. They have 2 ranks in that, so that's D4 or D6. But so they have a rank in axe, 2 ranks in the skill, and that's it. Okay, we'll just say that. That's 3 ranks. Okay, so I use the die rank system, D4, D6, D8. So he gets a D8 bonus to their roll. So they roll a D20, the D8, and their awareness trait, which is maybe a +4 or whatever, +3, +4. It's just like ability score. So let's say the total roll is a 16. Okay, a 16 is their total roll, above a 12, but going with a 10, just to calculate the number, is a 16 is a 6. So a 6, right? 16 minus 10 is a 6. So 6 is a D6. So I would roll a D6 on this chart. So in order for this person to try to get the potential to get something even more awesome, is they would have to roll a total of 22. 22 minus 10 is a 12. So they would get a D12 to this roll. And if they go above that, they get a little extra bonuses, like a little extra amount that they find. If they roll a nat 20, they would get 2 D12s, keep the highest roll. So they have a better potential of getting that 12. Okay, that's how I do die rank results for salvage. And that die rank result I use for a lot of things. For repairing stuff, for surgery, healing wounds. If someone has a grievous wound of minus D6, they roll the surgery rolls, and if they get a 16 to their success for surgery, then they take off minus D6 from the grievous wound. So they successfully, healed that surgery. I would still give them a day or 2 of rest. Still would make that happen though, but they are healing up from the grievous wound of a minus D6. Okay, so if they rolled a 14 on their surgery, they would reduce the wound, but by 1, but it would still have a minus D4. Okay, same with engineering, everything, same kind of principle. Anyway, all right, I'm going to roll here now. Wow, let's get back to the game. I'm going to roll here now this to determine what. Oh, that's my dog. Boy, he's going crazy with itching. I guess he's got fleas, but it's kind of the wrong season for fleas. I don't know. Okay, let me roll a d20 here. And this is what the robot is guarding. Here we go. I'm excited. Are you? I'm excited. Look at this GM Pro. 15. A med lab. So if they can show their credentials as a doctor or a patient, if they say we are hurt or wounded, that would be funny. Oh, that is funny. He will let him in. All right. Has a civil code programming. Medical. Civil code programming to guard a hospital. I'm going to do like a few dead beast carcasses. Okay. This is kind of neat. Not beasts are around, but vermin, especially those flies, and giant mutant flies, because he ignores them, right? But they're around in this area. So this is a big problem for the beasts and stuff, because whenever the beast comes around and they get too close to the med lab, the robot kills them, right? Because intruder alert, And so this robot. But if you come with a medical emergency, he will let you in. If you have a medical emergency, it will let you in. So this is funny. So the med lab, though, I'll keep it kind of minimal, like the space, like it's a few rooms only. But once they go in, they can go in and they can get medical supplies. I would definitely have some preset stuff in there that they get for free, and they don't even really have to search that far. And then they'll give them some rolls so that they could maybe get some extra stuff. And I might even make those rolls high, because a med lab is a med lab, So, +4. So definitely they will find devices that they can take to their med lab. But if they take anything out of the med lab, the robot's going to attack. See? So let me write that down. That's pretty cool, man. Plus, dude, I'm done. I'm excited. +4 med lab gear, supplies, and high salvage rolls. Med stuff. Oh my gosh, that's just hilariously fun to me right there. I feel done. I'm just satisfied. Okay. So I need to add another beast, because the mud sinking mutant mud thing, right? This is going to be a kind of an epic little hex. Let me put these in bullet points for now, because I want to add in some extra beasts for the swamp bog. So let me just do that. Let me do that right now. I'm going to roll up some, I have some already, but I'm going to go ahead and roll up another one just for the fun of it. All right, here we go. All right, roll d6, a 3. Predator. There we go. Predator. Do I want to roll? Well, it's a predator. I don't even need to roll this one. I'm going to go ahead and just roll predator. Let me roll a d6 for the first, for melee. A 5. Tentacle plus grapple. If so, then bite attack. Okay, so I have a predator like that. But let me keep going. D12 for a type of critter or beast. A 9. Arachnoid. Spidery webs, ambush, terrifying vampire. Okay, I have that kind of creature in there, so I'm going to put that down. Tentacle. Well, so instead of tentacle, which I can still do tentacle, but arachnoid, predator. What was that again? Melee attack is so it's a web attack, more of a web attack. But arachnoid, yeah, which is fine. Arachnoid, predator, web attack. That's fine. I have stuff like that I can add to it. Let me do one more for just to get something else in there. Okay, d6. 1. Critters. All right, and I'm gonna roll the attack. 4 stingers or fangs plus poison. Okay, Let me roll a type. 6. Reptilian. Okay. Secretive, ambush, poisonous, stalking, scales, fast striking. Critter, small. Stinger, or well, snaky one. All right. Some sort of, I mean, I got to make it interesting. Snake or lizard, fangs, venom, critter. Is it critter? Yeah, not swarm of critters, just singular. Okay. So I will have those as just, they will be random creatures that can sneak up on them, attack them. They're around. Let me do one more just for the fun of it. 6. Okay, roll again. If 6, roll on monstrosity. If 5 or less, roll 3 dice in melee below to pick the highest. So that could be a little more of a tough thing. So let me roll again for the first roll. 2. Swarm of critters. Oh boy. But I got to roll 3 dice on melee below. Pick highest. Okay. 5. 1. Okay, 5. Tentacle. Okay, so tentacle plus grapple. If so, then bite attack for a swarm of critters. All right, let me figure out what the heck that is. A 9. Another arachnoid. Well, okay, so I know what it is. It's a swarm of the babies. Predator, wave attack. Okay. Swarm of baby arachnoids. Yep, that's still scary. All right, how many? I'm just trying to fit this. Do my little formatting thing here. Fit it in. Okay. All right, that's done. I can prep that later. Or actually, it's later today, so I got to prep this for sure. All right, whatever. Let's move on. Okay, next one. Let's go straight north. Oh boy, that one was crazy. And, it's easy enough to do a small, I don't even have to prepare any of this. This game is easy enough that I can just come up with stuff really quickly on the fly, if I wanted to, because I'm so good. But the system is easy. Once you get the system down, it's pretty easy as far as knowing what to do where. 5, Toxic Wasteland. Wow, these guys are not having many choices, are they? This one I think is a Toxic Wasteland. Look at that. Look at that Toxic Wasteland. Wow, I'm running out of space already. Yeah. That's Toxic Wasteland, right? Let me look on the map. Yes, that's a Toxic Wasteland. Okay. All right. Let me roll. Boy, I don't think they're going that way either. It's going to be just a matter of minus this D6 to med supplies. Okay, let me put that down here. Let me get this another little chart going. I'm still excited about that security robot med lab thing. What do they call this? Toxin North. Toxin North. Just for the fun of it, being silly. Toxin North. Oops, why did that not work? I guess I didn't do that right. Right? Med last. So basically they have to take a bunch of radiation pills or, use up some of their supplies, med supplies to deal with what's just, and this is mundane stuff that they have to do as they go through this hex. That's what that top little, can you see that thing is right there? Each of these has a little titled, supply expense or whatever, each hex they got to do. All right, let me roll what's in this area. 3. Sunken bunker or base with bog beasts. High tech. All right, sunken bunker or base with bog beasts. Let me put that in there. Copy. Man, we're getting exciting already. Whew. Oh, I changed it to bullet points. Sunken bunker with bog beasts. High tech. Man, okay. Boy. Let's do an extra feature. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to pass down the extra feature because I'm feeling like we got stuff going on here. All right, let me do this. Aggression table for beast or tribes. Let me think a minute. Sunken bunker or base with bog beasts. I don't think I need to do this. The bog beasts to me sound like they're going to live there, and if you come into that area, they're going to attack you. That's kind of just the way I feel about that one. So I don't need that one for that. I'm just going to pass on that just for the fun of that, because you can do that in this game as you prep. Critter or beasts? All right, let's go with it. Sunken bunker or bog. Toxic wasteland. All right, here we go. 2. Swarm of critters. Okay. Low time of a melee attack is a 5. Tentacle plus grapple. If so, then bite attack. Okay. Type of critter, 7. Insectoid. Okay. Tentacles. Insectoid. Industrial. Squad based. Okay, so this is an ants, or some kind of ants with tentacles, then a bite attack, which I don't mind. I can do that. Tentacled ants. I might even go for that. And I rolled a 2, right? Swarm of critters. So this all makes sense to me. Sunken bunker with high tech. Okay. Very simple. I said ants. It's toxic wasteland. So giant ants, giant tentacle ants. Let's have fun with it. Ants. No, not giant. Well, yeah, they're giant, but they're not large. Let's say large, because giant to me is giant. Large tentacle ants. That's really it. It's just going to be a fun. I have not yet had an evangelistic type hex yet. I think that we're done. I mean, seriously, like that's all I need, right? Oh well, let me determine what it is, because. Yeah, let me determine the location. Wow, I'm actually using this section more than I thought I would. Oops, this thing more than I thought I would. A 17. Wow. Plus T4 armor to vehicles. Okay, that's awesome. This is a military base, right? Or plus T4. Wait, is it armor? Yeah. Ooh. Okay, so military depot. Old military depot plus D4 to vehicle armor. So wow, that's pretty good. If they can fit, retrofit that onto their transport. That's wicked. Military salvage. Let's do it. I'm going to write some stuff, make a list of things that they find that are sort of military salvage. Guns, ammo, maybe. It's going to be more like a vehicle depot, though. So I think, stuff for the vehicle. But they got to take care of all these giant ants until fight them. So this is, looking cool, dude. Don't get me started. Okay, that's enough right there. That's it. That's their encounter. I got to figure it out. Figure out what's there. It's a bunker. But the ants have obviously opened it up and gone in there and used it for their thing. Oh, yeah. All right. I'm sorry. Why am I saying I'm sorry? Okay, next one. To the northeast. All right, here we go. I think my brain is just, wow. Okay, I'm a little verklempt, whatever the word is. Speechless or... Overwhelmed. 6 ruins already. What? Ruins. All right. Here's a good point. Ruins is the start of possibly the start of this. Go to the Empire Building Guide. Vast ruins. So if I roll a 6 here, they're literally next to a huge ruined city sprawl, from the ancient days. And they're in that ruins. And they should be like 6 to 8 hexes, into it, is the Empire. So it's kind of like I'm using the Empire motif like I am in the Crystals of Space. There's an Empire in there. And once you conquer that Empire, if you can, then that's the end of the game. I mean, story-wise, because you basically established a Christian cathedral church stronghold that will then spread out and civilize the land. And that's sort of the goal of the story is to defeat one empire so that you can then spread out Christianity throughout that earthbound area. Okay. I'm going to let this roll decide. And this is the thing. they don't have to go there. They could avoid it for a while until they feel like they're strong enough, to go there, have, more of church support around them. But the empire may discover them because that's part of the rules. Anyway, 5. Ooh, that was close. Oh, I even have here big prep, deep base, security bots, high tech, AI, cyborgs. Okay. They're not going there, but it's still cool. They're not going to go there, but I will. I don't even have that ready, but I'm going to put it in there. All right. Let me get the fast ruins thing here. Put it on this one. Boom. All right. They know not to go there. I'm going to tell them, but But the good news is it's not part of the empire. So it's some old place that, like a Oklahoma City or like a Houston or something, I don't know. Houston could be pretty big, but some city back in the old times that had plenty of industry, but wasn't part of the major areas, and it's been maybe, it's still out in the remote areas, so that it never, not enough, it didn't have any survivors to create an empire, post-apocalyptic. All right. What am I doing? This one is pretty specific. It's a pretty specific. So I don't think I need, I'm literally going to put everything in there. Like, I'm just going to, I don't think I need to do any rolls. I think that's it. I'm going to create some cool, some cool thing. So I think we're done with this one. Yeah. Okay. So they, scary skyline, avoid. Man, that's just, man. I hope I'm, the family, it's gonna get to play. Now, women in the game, right? I'm that male chauvinistic, male bigot, Christian, white male Christian. I'm half white male, whatever. But in this game, women are not as strong as men. They can't do melee combat the way men can. However, guns are great equalizers, and women who don't believe in the Second Amendment are fools, because guns, it's gun. The Second Amendment is against the federal government, but it still helps in crime and self-defense. Guns equalize a woman, to a degree, not militarily, that sort of strenuous type of situation, but as far as defending oneself in this kind of a situation, because it's not really a military warfare, but as far as defending oneself, guns are great equalizers. So in this game, women can shoot just fine and deal with things, and hopefully not get into a melee fight with a creature or whatever. But they can certainly defend themselves with guns and shoot guns and kill things. Okay, wow, this one is going to be crazy scary. What if I don't prepare it, because I don't have anything prepared, but they decide to go there today? I mean, that's fine. I can still do some stuff, because they'll fight some things, but if they really go there, man, I'm like, oh boy, I gotta create incredible. They're gonna die. I mean, they're not ready for that. They got to get their faith stronger. They got to get their gear better. They got to get some help. Okay, let's move on to the next. Hold on. I'll be right back. Let's move on to the next hex. Okay. Checking my time. I got something to do at 9, but pretty exciting here. Let me do the next one. I'm kind of exhausted, to be honest with you. I'm exhausted with this. I'm excited, but exhausted. It's too much fun. Okay, here's the next one. And again, I'm only using the basics. I'm not going to go to the advanced stuff till maybe the next round or whatever. The next series of hexes. I rolled a 6. Ruins again. Are you crazy? This is ridiculous. Give me a forest, for crying out loud. I am scared. All right, here we go. Ruins. Rolling again. Oh, sheesh. 3. Hidden base occupied by dangerous or savable. Fantastic. Okay. All right. This is the, all right. Don't get too excited. Oh my gosh. Bring it down a notch, Ron. Bring it down a notch. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm kind of excited here. All right. Let me match the size of this hex with this one. Another. So this is like, okay. So this is like Oklahoma running along the mountains range here, whatever city it is, Oklahoma City, Kansas City. It's like running along this mountain range, and they have seen this for 100 years, but they've, never gone out, or if anyone ever went out, they disappeared. They never came back, radiation, poisoning, whatever. But now it's time. They're like, they can go. So yikes. Oh my gosh. I'm scared. I'm telling you that right now. I'm just scared. That is scary. Imagine that. Imagine you're freaking in the wastelands. Scary skyline. Oops. More. Avoid. 2. Okay. Imagine growing up like, in this mountain. What the heck? Why is it? Okay. Whatever. I don't care. All right. I'm exhausted. Okay. Take this off. Okay, so I already rolled. What was it? It was oh my gosh, I deleted it. What did I do here? Undo cut. Okay, jeez. All right, let me go back over here. Put that here. Change that to a bullet point. All right, hidden base occupied by dangerous or savable. So this is a tribe. A tribe is living there, hidden away. So this is cool. They can set up a church here now. Okay, this is the real deal. This is the real deal. And if they roll really high, I will let in the beginning when they do like a surveying of the hexes, I will let them see like hints of maybe people living there, in the ruins. 2. Tries to ignore or avoid heading away. So they're tries to ignore or avoid heading away. So they don't want to. What the heck did I write there? Let me see. Flees if notices. Okay, number 1 is very scared. 3, keeps distance but cautiously allows approach. Okay, so that makes sense. Tries to ignore or avoid heading away. Ignore is not really a good thing to say. Tries to avoid heading away. Tries to. This is a little weird. Tries to avoid. Thank you. For helping me do a little polishing here. Flees in panic. Flees fearful. Weak. Scared. But so you get the tries to avoid. Fearful, cautious, right. So, tending to be weak. So this should be a almost like literally not even a dangerous one. Tending to be weak. Okay, so like they're So this is a very sad. So this is cool. Not too much combat, but I'm going to roll an extra feature here that might change all that, upend all that. 9. Prisoners, slaves, fodder in cages here, a source of human. Okay. So these people are fodder for someone else, right? They're living in there. They're fearful. Someone else, not in that hex, but someone from somewhere else comes there and raids them a lot. Okay. Yep. Okay. I don't feel like I need to do this because this tells me enough. This is the economic level of the group. Let me roll it, but I'm not going to follow it necessarily unless it fits or it gives me an idea for the rating group. 3. Shamanistic, sacrificial, mystic, others make offerings to a recluse. Odd tech. Okay, so this actually fits. So these are pagans. They're sacrificial. They're mystic. They make offerings to whoever, the raiders or whoever, and they offer their slaves up to them. Yeah, odd tech or location. Well, they're in the ruins, so that's enough of an odd tech. But let me see if I'm gonna use the location thing again. Wow, I'm really using this a lot. It's like maybe there's a specific way. 8. Oh no, I'm gonna roll a d20. 3 makes high tech processor. Yeah, no, that's still cool, but it's broken for sure. Let me roll a d6 here right here in the thing. Oh no, wait, this is based on this right here, not really based on the quality. I'm just gonna say it's broken for sure. Let me see. Conversion possibility. Okay, so this is not a roll. This is a step-by-step process. But I'm gonna keep it like that. That's fine. Okay, all right. This is good. This is good. I'm gonna hidden base on my dangerous or savable. Okay, so not dangerous. Well, they could be dangerous. Let me just type out some ideas here. So there's a shaman. Shaman controls all slaves of neighboring raiders. So I'm just going to create some raiders somewhere on the, it could be one of the other hexes out more. I haven't decided yet. Raiders or beasts. It could be beasts. Let me roll that right now. I don't care. I'm going to roll it right now because I kind of want to do that. I want to do that. Let me see. Is there how do I determine it? You know what? I'm going to determine it. I kind of want to know now. But let me determine that here in a minute. To be determined based on the other hexes in the area. If I roll something that gives me raiders, then that'll be them. Or beasts that go into that area and they sacrifice to those beasts. This one doesn't have that, right? It's the security bot. Oh, the giant ants. Yeah, the giant ants live there, or the large ants, or whatever. Do they? I don't think they. Well, maybe those ants come in to this ruins, and they sacrifice to them. They worship those ants. So that could be very cool. So I might do that. That's what pagans do. You worship whatever is oppressing you. Tyranny. Okay. I might do that. That's actually kind of cool. I'm going to do the next hex over because I want to see, I'm kind of curious about that one. If I come up with a human tribe that's more violent, they might just submit to them. Shaman controls all slaves of neighboring, all are sacrificial slaves of neighboring raiders or beasts to be determined. Okay. All right. I'm done there. That's, it's, I said they have a processor. Hidden base. Let me go ahead and hidden base of a non-working, but dude, if they get that processor working, whoa, they can start making high tech and they set up a church. And then when they make the high tech, I will give them high tech every, if the church is up and running well, then I will give them, they'll get high tech deliver, or every time they come back to that hex, they will get some high tech, for free. Just boom. And they can start building stuff or making stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's how good that is. All right. Don't get me going too excited. All right. Let me do the next hex. All right, here we go. The next hex is the straight south here. All right, let's see what's that hex is. All right. Okay, 4. Bog marshland. Wow, it's just this is. I bet there's only gonna be one hex they're gonna go to, and whichever one is not one of any of these. All right, another bog. Man, they're just. They must be in Louisiana. This must be Louisiana, and Duck Dynasty is nearby. That's what this whole area is here. All right. Okay. Bog. I'm verklempt again. Okay. Let me. Wow. Okay. Let me get that just sort of set up real quick. Wow. Okay. They're. Okay. Bogs to the south. I'm going to do bayou bogs in there. That's fun. Bayou bogs. You know what? They could even say, we want amphibious on our vehicle. They could literally request that if they think of it. I'm not going to say it if they think of it. And then I'll say, oh, you know what? Sure. I mean, you're still in the base and your Christian home, and you know these bogs, so why wouldn't they give you that? Okay. You know, for your transport. So I would give them for free that. Maybe I'll make them do a roll that like they can convince their, you know, people like with their social skill to convince them to give them something. Okay. Wow. All right. So roll. Got that set up. Okay. Bog. Here we go. 3. Rare medicinal island guarded by insectoids. All right. That's always cool. Wow, we got 2 different hospitals here. Or, you know, resources for hospital. But hey, why not? All righty. Okay. Let me roll the type of insectoids. I'm going to roll beasts first. Roll a d6. A 4. Predator pack. All right. Let me roll the melee. A 6. Okay. Add a range attack. Very cool. Reroll again for melee. If 6, add more cool attacks, ranged or melee. Okay. So let me roll again for melee. And they have a 3. Bite plus grip. If so, grip damage per turn. That's scary. I'm just going to copy paste that right now in the notes. The insectoid. All right. Then they get a range attack as well. Very cool. A 5. Poisonous gas blast. Ooh, yes. Man. This is so cool. Fun. All right. So they got some. This is the creature. Or predator pack. It's a freaking predator insectoid pack. Wow. All right. Let me figure this out. What else do I need? I don't need this because I already know what it is. It was a medicinal island. So that means that there's a bunch of, you know, like rare mushrooms or rare, you know, things that if they can do their intellect medicinal research on it, will garner them med lab supplies, you know, medical supplies. And I would give them rations too, like healthy rations that heal them. Okay. Rare medicinal island guarded by insectoids. Bite plus grip. If so, grip damage each turn. Poisonous gas blast d6 short. Okay. I think I know how to work that. Oh, I think that's enough, but let me go ahead and do the extra feature thing just for the fun of it. I can use or disregard. 11. Rare high-tech blueprint or part found. That is kind of fun. So let me go ahead and put that in there. I'm just trying to think how I want to format this. I'm gonna leave it like this. Okay, just leave it like that for now. Because this is crazy. Let me get another bog in here. Oh, I'm missing a bog. I'm missing one of my hexes. All right, I'll deal with that later, but in the actual sources there. That's weird. I mean, I have it on a Photoshop file, but it's not as a PNG file. Okay, that one's this one. That's this one. All right, one more. Whew, man. Oh, one more. Then I gotta go. Gotta go do some stuff. All right. And then I gotta get this stuff ready. This is the tough part. Like starting the game is kind of tough because you don't know what they're gonna do. Now, also when they say go in a certain direction, you can obviously take these other ones here and move them over to that side. Only if you roll it though. Only if you roll that same hex. If you roll the same hex, then you can just use one of these if you want, you know, and then if they decide to go back, you can obviously, you know, re-roll this one up and change it. But generally what you try to do at the end of a game, finish up in hex, finish up like each one of these could be a 1-shot or 2-shot or 3-shot. But at some point you got to like at the end of the game sort of get them to tell you which one they're going to go to next. However, you should have all the ones around that hex prepared in case they do go halfway in a game, you know. So that part is maybe a little tricky, but you know, it's fun. All right, let me do one more. Gotta finish this. Gotta get this ready. All right, let me roll a d6. A 1. Mountains. Ooh, mountains again. Okay. Not again, but this is pretty. These are all like, you know, to me, forest land and wasteland are the simplest to deal with. Let's go that direction. Mountains. Okay. Now they got a basic drive test or take wearing out damage. Where am I going to put this? I'm running out of room. I don't have any room. All right, whatever. Let me just move this over. I'll figure that out in a minute. Mountains galore. Put that there. Delete those. All right, let me see what's in this mountains area. Mountains are a little less. 4. Survivors savable potential base. Fantastic. So there's other people living in those mountains. They're probably going to go that one. Okay. Let me add some extra features. I mean, these could be raiders, you know. Enemy is weak, fleeing other encounter. Okay. Enemy is weak, fleeing other encounter. Okay, so I have to keep that in mind. That sabotages my chance of making them bad guys. But since I rolled that, I'm not going to roll this because it's obviously the same thing. I'm going to roll this to give me an idea of them, but I think they're going to be weak. So let me just roll just to see if it gives me an idea. 9. Marauders, boss gangs, low-tech trades, slaves. Okay, so I'm going to make them this, but they're going to be weak. So that's good though, because then they're afraid of the Christians in their transport, mainly because these guys probably have something weaker as their tools and hiding in the mountains. So, new base, right? Weak fleas. So it's going to be like kids, you know, malnourished, you know, bullying each other. Perfect spot to, this one's going to be pretty weak. I'm trying to think though, a little angle. It's going to be this one's actually going to be pretty easy. Kids, you know, there's got to be families. So families, malnourished, bullying each other. What could I make this a little more exciting? This one's enemy's weak, fleeing other encounter. Fleeing any encounter. Okay. So they're hiding. They're marauders, bosses, gangs, low-tech trade, slaves. Low-tech trade. Low-tech trade in the mountains. What if they were another Christian base? Marauders, bosses, gangs that failed, or, you know, I'm gonna have to like think about that one. I don't want it to be a failed Christian bunker. I don't want to add that kind of weirdness to it just yet. I want to keep it like you know, either they're, I got to think about that one. I'm going to think about that one. Something's going to pop in my head at some point here today when I prepare the rest of this. But that one's a tough one in a sense because it's so subtle and simple, and yeah, it could be so simple, right? The way I'm working it out in my head right now, or the way it's rolled. I'm going to move this over like that, and this should be able to fit in here now. At least halfway decently. Okay, so there it is. I'm gonna, this last one, the mountains galore. I'm gonna figure that out. It's do something. I'll figure it out. But there you go. You got some crazy. This is pretty amazing choices. I mean, this is pretty amazing. I'm gonna have some fun with these. I gotta set up some of this stuff. I'm gonna set it up, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna print this out. I'm gonna put them in little envelopes with the things I want in those areas, the specific printable things I want in those areas, tokens and map pieces, and then work out. And I'll probably work it out on Foundry first, because on Foundry I have, it's easy for me to place things around on there and put them together, and then, kind of a basic concept of what I want. So that should be fun, and get that. And I got to do that today. So I'm a very busy day today, and we're gonna be playing at 6 today. So yeah, this is tough. I mean, just because of the time constraints that I'm on, because I didn't get this figured out till today. Okay. All right. I got to go and do some stuff. And I hope this was helpful to you as far as like, hey, how do you prep stuff as a GM in this game or any game, especially hex crawls that are fun and interesting and Christian, of course. Whew. All right. This is Apostles of the Apoc. This is you as a GM, the game master, prepping a game, prepping a campaign, and getting that going. All right. So remember, I'm doing Kickstarter. I really hope you can support me on that. If you can't back it, I might even do $1 back for anyone that wants to help out. But more importantly, if you could let others know. That would be really helpful to me if you could just share, hey guys, check this out, especially in the Christian circles that you know are part of. And this is for families. It's complicated. The game is not as easy as I should have made it. I put a little more depth into the game rules, but it is easy. If you as a GM can get the rules down, it's easy for the players to play. If you as a GM can understand the rules. Anyway, all right, in the game of life, we got to start, people. You've seen society today. They're on the march, and they're in the schools, and they're in the role-playing game culture, and they're not letting us as Christians speak up. So we need to speak up more often and readily, availably in the game. In the game, we need to show Christianity, because they're showing paganism in the game, in the fantasy, in the stories, and removing Christianity. And we need to bring it back into the games. Fantasy is the historical struggle between Christianity and paganism. And today they have redefined it as just paganism. And we have accepted that, and that's foolish on our part. Bring back the Christian faith in the storytelling, in the fantasy, in the games, over and over. All right. In the game of life, roll holy dice.